Hello and a very warm welcome to yet another special interview for International Women's Day, where we talk to pathbreakers from various walks of life. Today, I have with me someone who is just that, a pathbreaker. In a nation of over a billion people, there's exactly one person who can say that she has represented India in the sport of fencing at the Olympic Games. Her name is Bhavani Devi. Bhavani, welcome to this special series that we're doing. Thank you so much for doing this and joining us all the way from Orleans in France, where you're training currently, presumably already thinking about the next Olympic Games in Paris. Uh, Bhavani, I wanted to talk to you about your own journey, first of all. I'm sure when you were starting out, just a young fencer, I'm sure a lot of people must have come up to you or your parents and told them that, why are you sending this girl into a sport like fencing, which is not a contact sport, but you are still playing with, it's not, I mean, we understand that now that it's not like a actual sword, but it's still, for them it's like sword fighting. So can you talk to us a little bit about that perception when you were starting out?
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you so much. And yes, when I was young, not only that, even before I think about Tokyo, sorry, about Olympics, so I was competing in all categories. When I was under 14 and under 11 category, I was competing also in the senior category in the district level competitions. And it first started there that some people started saying that why she's so young, why she's competing in the senior category and the junior categories and all. But my because that time it was also difficult for my mother to pay entry fees for each category.
Right,
But
right.
just I just wanted to have more fun and compete in all categories. My mother paid entry fees to all category, and I competed in all categories. And many times I win medals or reach very good rankings in the higher categories as well. So when people started seeing those results, they already saying started to say that you it's better you don't compete in the senior tournament now, you just for compete in your category, and then when you become junior, and then you can compete in the senior tournament. But my mother was not ready for that. She just wanted to support me, and she just wanted to do her best efforts in whatever way she could. So it's the first thing that I face a small problem about being a young fencer competing in the senior tournament. Later, when I want to win, when I want to do something big, when I wanted to win medals for India, when I wanted to go for Olympics, and no one was talking about Olympics in India for fencing, in fencing. So but I don't know how I have to qualify for Olympics, how I compete in international competitions, and lack of funds, lack of knowledge about fencing as well. I can give you another example that in 2010, when I was competing in the uh, cadet world championship in Jordan, and I traveled alone for the competition. I took part in the FIE camp 1 week before competition, and I reached a round of 32. So if I win that match, I will go in top 16. And that's the first time when they conducted Youth Olympics. So
Right.
that competition is the qualification for Youth Olympics. So whoever go to top 16, they will qualify for Youth Olympics. So I already reached 32, and I was just one round away from going for Youth Olympics. And I lost my match 14-15 by 1 point against one fencer, I think from France. And I had no coaches around me. So I was alone competing, and then after I lost, I was angry and sad. And then I came back, and one Japanese came towards me, and he said that you're supposed to ask video. So video is like when a referee gives you a point, when you want to challenge the referee, you can ask for a video. You have two chance. So
Right.
I didn't know about that. I have this option with me. So we didn't had those knowledge of fencing, even in with for the athletes. So that's because we didn't compete many tournaments internationally, and we don't know what are the rules are changing and all. So so firstly these problems were there, and then of course financial problems. And then my mother and my father, my family, everyone struggle to get funds for me to send me for competitions, because I need to get more ranking points. But it was very difficult, because I go and I never reach good rankings, and I was not even close for qualification. And I do so much for fencing, and my parents also suffered a lot, and no results are coming. So that's when people started saying that, fencing is not for India. We are, we are very back in, we are very behind in this sport, and it's not easy for us to achieve that dream. It's better you focus on your education. You're a senior player now. You have to get a job. You have to really seriously think about your future and all. And the same thing other people told my mother as well. So, but for me and for my family, especially my mother, she said, okay, you wanted to do something, you try your best. It doesn't matter whether you arrive or not. But also for me, I want to do 100% effort. I should not feel any regrets after my in the future of my life. So that's what I tried, and my parents also helped me a lot. And yes, it's I think it's because of my parents only I could able to push myself also. Otherwise, if my parents also tell the same thing, maybe I would also, okay, yes, maybe they are right. No, I would have changed my decision. I was very strong with my decision, and my parents were stronger than me. So I think these things help me to overcome all these small matters which distract you from reaching your goal.
Right. You spoke about these thoughts that people put into your mind, that maybe fencing is not for Indians. I see where they're coming from, because a lot of these top level competitions happen mostly in Europe. So you have to just play there, you have to live there by yourself. So how challenging was that, to now I know you are based in Orleans in France. Before that, you had a long stint in Italy by yourself. So how challenging is that for you, living away from your family, uh, living in Europe by yourself, just because you know that you have to go there, because you also have to get ranking points to qualify for bigger tournaments. So how challenging has that journey also been?
It is very challenging. It is very hard to, live away from family, especially in Europe culture. And you stay alone in your apartment, and you have to do everything by yourself. You go to training, you come back, you do your cooking, you do all your things. Sometimes you win tournaments, sometimes you lose, sometimes you reach good ranking, sometimes you lose in the first round. So you have other than, I had financial problems also when I was in Italy, because it's many times the funding process or based on the reimbursements. So it's difficult to put everything before by yourself. So that was also there, and arranging your competitions, going for tournaments and coming back. And I think above all, for me, the most important issue when you are staying alone in other countries, the mental aspect, like how strongly you are taking everything, whether you win, you lose. All, it's not only about fencing, also in general life. Sometimes people will be friendly, sometimes they won't be friendly. So you can't understand how their mindsets. So they are good people, sometimes they're not open, maybe you're not open. So when you're training, during the training period it's fine, but after the training period, what you will do? So it's difficult at the beginning for me, but luckily I was strong enough to handle all those things. And yes, now it's a different life. Of course, I stayed alone in Italy. Now it's in France. People are different. Training timings or schedules are different, and I'm also become a different person a little bit. So everything's changing. It cannot be same all the time. So, and I always take every situation as a learning experience, and try to get all the positive things, and try to help myself to be a better person and also a better fencer every day. So I think yes, it's difficult, but you have no other options. If you have a goal and if you want to dedicate yourself, these are the sacrifices you have to do. For me especially, I never attended a Diwali festival or Pongal festival in the last 10 years. sometimes I don't remember the dates of some important festivals. So sometimes my mother calls me in the morning and she's like, you have to do this. I'm like, why? I have to go for training. No, it's this, you have to, okay. So it's been like that. So for me, I missed all those small things which you can enjoy with your family and friends. But still, I know my goal is bigger than that, and literally I don't have other option. I have to do 100%. So I have to dedicate myself. I have to sacrifice these things so I can be happy in the future. So and I'm enjoying all these small things, whatever I can do from here. So yeah.
You spoke about becoming a different person now that you've shifted bases, training bases from Italy to France. You also had an Olympics now. You are an Olympian officially. Uh, can you talk to us about how that kind of changed you and what is this new Bhavani like? What changes have you seen in yourself?
Okay, changes definitely. Yes, Olympian. It's a big title and big responsibility. And so whatever you do, you are representing your country in all matters you do, from training, competing, traveling, speaking to people. So everything you have to take a little bit more care about all these things. So other than that, I think definitely yes, this Olympic journey, Tokyo Olympic journey, has changed me a lot, because I was a very shy person before. I was afraid of many things. So through this journey and through all the tough situations I had faced, helped me to become stronger, and of course helped me to how I can work better in my training and in competitions. And so I think, yeah, small changes, but are very important for my life and also for my upcoming fencing seasons.
Just one of the last things I wanted to ask you. Now that you've made it to the Olympics, have you seen a lot of these young girls or their parents, or not just why just girls, even boys or their parents come up to you and ask, even we want our kids to make it to the Olympics someday. They look up to you. So what is it that they can do? Have you had that also now?
Yes. There were a lot of people even before Olympics. When I was very close to qualification, also that time, many people started, saying to me that I also put my kid into fencing. Can you tell me where she can go for training? Can you guide her? And a lot of these things started to happen before my official qualification, and also after Tokyo, a lot more. And I can see the difference. In the state level competition, in the national level competition which are happening in India, and there were more number of participants are there, and a lot of kids are enjoying fencing and they are very confident. And I can see the junior and cadet fencers are very confident about their career in this sport, and that is what we need. So everyone is talented equally. We need to have a little bit of that confidence level to win that medal. So every time we reach rankings and then we come down, we reach rankings. So to go above that level, we need that kind of confidence. And I'm happy that I could give a small percentage of that confidence to all these fencers and also to myself. So I hope we will get more support from the government, from the sponsors, because fencing is a little bit expensive sport for traveling and
Right.
competing and training and all from equipments. So if these things happens for a longer period, I'm sure India will be the one of the best fencing team in the world.
All right. That is a great note to end this conversation. Thank you so much for taking the time out, Bhavani. I know you have a very, very rigorous training regime with in France and Orleans. Thank you so much for taking the time out.
Yeah, thank you so much.